It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got two teams who were AFC rivals for almost 25 years. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs under the lights on Monday night.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started.
And we are underway from Kansas City. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Oh, some strong running, and he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down.
George to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. George looking to pass. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
A first carry of the ball game for DJ Dallas. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. No score after one on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Ready, set.
Now George. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Well, that drive felt like it took up in a... have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And his task in this situation is making sure this team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. There on the scramble, it gets him the first down. Mahomes now to throw. That is pulled in by a diving Kelce. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Mahomes now on first down. Bulldoze, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 33 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position. The extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for something.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. They'll roll him out right. And he's caught.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
Operating from the gun, George. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. Seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case,
well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jordan Brooks with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Mahomes going to go on fourth down, eluding the pressure right. Open man right side is Rice. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down. And that wasn't easy, but they do wind up converting a 4th and 7 to keep this drive moving. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for KC. 47 yards.
and that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. Underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
It's Kelsey on the ground. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Trailing 14-13, a minute 51 on the clock. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up. Make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way.
And got his man complete. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone. players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
A toss running left. Walker. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
This fielded right at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Richie James. And he won't get all the way into the end zone as he's out of bounds, but not before getting it down inside the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure they thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
And now here comes Kansas City.
The big kick return nearly resulted in 6. Now they'll try to finish the job here. 1st and goal. Mahomes. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. 2nd down, goal to go. Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Now we will get another look at Seattle's offense.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught at the 20. He's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football.